Hey guys, hope you're well. Welcome to the video on set point theory. Now, a question that I get asked quite often is, why does my weight come off in chunks? So for example, this week alone, one of you in the group has gone from losing nothing for maybe a couple of weeks, all of a sudden lost 4 or 5 pounds in the space of 3 or 4 days. I often get quizzed about, obviously, when your weight does slow down. So your calories seem to be bang on, you're doing your activity, and for whatever reason you have a frustrating week or couple of weeks where your weight just starts to stabilise. Now, it all comes under the same video or the same education in the set point theory. Now, as the name suggests, it is just a theory. They are yet to build up enough evidence to regard it as actual scientific fact. So the set point theory is, in reality, that your body is so clever and so advanced that our brain adapts when we're in a calorie deficit in order to slow our metabolism down, reduce the amount of fat and glycogen that we burn, and ultimately slows our weight loss journey down until the debt has to be paid. We just can't continue it on for more than a couple of weeks. Now, in reality, when people are on their own and they're obviously on a restrictive diet or they're exercising like a madman, then in reality, you get to that point, don't you, normally within a week or a fortnight where you've not lost any weight and you think, bollocks to this, and you go back to your perception of normality. And your body loves that, because if you've built up a debt and your glycogen levels are lower and your fat stores are depleted, you want to try and, when you overconsume and you go back to your perception of normality, your body goes, yes, brilliant, and it tops those layers up. Now, your brain, as I've mentioned previously, is very caveman-esque. It's very prehistoric, okay, in its adaptability and its process. At the end of the day, its ultimate goal is to keep us alive at any one given moment. So this is just an example. Now, my perception of this caveman part of the brain, which controls our metabolism and our energy systems, I think of it as someone down in, let's say, a closed room, down working in stocks and shares. They don't see an outside window. They're not able to see the real world or what's changing. You know, your brain doesn't know that you are on a weight management journey, or you're trying to lose weight, or you're exercising or eating differently. All it sees are these little graphs, okay, these little statistics that are rolling in every hour, every day, and it makes judgments on those. So if you can imagine, for example, during your weight loss journey, that your fat stores are decreasing and your glycogen stores are decreasing, your brain will think, well, wait a minute, on this current level, we're going to run out of fat and glycogen in X amount of weeks, months, or years. That's not great, because if you run out of energy, we die. Now, your body is very simplistic, and it's basically guarding and protecting you to try and keep you alive for longer. So same again, that caveman analogy of, you know, not knowing where your next meal's coming from, or not knowing where your next meal to replenish your fat stores, etc. So it's very limited to the information that it's getting. It can just see statistics and results. And as a result of that, it can start to mimic your metabolism. So as your fat and your glycogen stores are running down, it can slow down your metabolism. Now, in previous videos, we've mentioned about metabolism. It can be increased through physical activity, not necessarily exercise, but just general movement, and also eating protein. They're the two biggies that sort of stoke up our metabolism. Now, it's all right doing those, and we should be doing those part and parcel of our weight management program. But if we are depleting our system too much, if your calorie deficit is too harsh, okay, and you're on point, okay, and you're going above and beyond the calorie deficit that I have given you, then there is every chance that your brain will start to decrease your metabolism, slow things down, because it doesn't want this scenario where your fat and your glycogen are running off the edge of a cliff, because it's worried about you. It wants to keep you alive. It wants to protect you. Now, it will start to slow down metabolism. Same again, on the dots on the graph that I've drawn, it's just your body thinking, well, wait a minute, we don't want our glycogen in our fat stores to run out. So we're going to start to slow our metabolism down as a result. Now, what that means in reality on the scales is your weight looks a little bit like this. And the clients that have already gone through over 12 months of the program and lost 4, 5, 6, 7, even 8 stone, they've all shown that this is evident in their weight loss journey, where they've lost a bit and then they've had a week or a 2-week point where they've not lost a lot. Then they've lost a few more pounds, then they've lost even more, then they've stabilized again. It's just part and parcel, guys, of the reality of your body trying to have a hand on the rails and slow us down wherever it can, okay? And it just decreasing and protecting your body because it doesn't want you to run out of fat. Now, what we know is, as a human being, as an adult, we've probably got between 50,000 and 100,000 calories stored in visceral fat and subcutaneous fat on our bodies at any given time, unless you're down to below 15% body fat, which is very, very few of us are. Okay, so your body's just trying to protect itself. I hope this explains why your weight comes off in fits and starts. Your body's just slowing things down, protecting things. It's creating what's called an energy debt. Okay, so you are losing fat, okay, even though the scales aren't representing it. You're losing fat, but your body can increase water retention and other things to hopefully basically to keep you protected, keep that warmth, keep that body warm, and the metabolism as stable as it can be. But ultimately it can't maintain that. So within a week or 10 days, you will lose weight. Now, of course, if you're not losing weight, okay, and you've gone 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, even a month, and you're still not losing weight, in reality, it is slowing your metabolism down, okay, to a point where your calories are even lower than your BMR, which is what I've set you, okay? Or, and this is normally 99% of the time, you're just over consuming and your calories are not on point, okay? So 99% of the time, if you're not losing weight for more than a month at a time, in reality, your calories are not on point, you're over consuming, and it's very, very rare that actually it's down to your body decreasing your metabolism to such a point where that this debt can be maintained for more than a week or 10 days. Hope that helps. Set point theory. Have a fantastic day. See you soon.